What would be a good game for a newbie player? Oh yeah, this has co-op.
That's why I don't play video games.
How can I ever figure out what games will be fun for both of us? I wish I knew a way.
Hey there, gamers! Do you or a potential loved one have someone that you want to bring into the gaming world but just don't know where to start? Well, do we have the channel for you? Welcome to The Casual Oasis. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Dylan.
And we are a video gaming duo comprised of one veteran gamer and one fabulous newbie player.
Today we are going to talk about what Animal Crossing New Horizons co-op experience offers to determine if it is friendly to the newbies of the gaming world without sacrificing the fun and challenge for the veteran gamer. Now, at this point, nearly everyone who's not living under a rock knows about Animal Crossing. So it might be obvious just how kind it is to the average noob, but the co-op interaction is where the discussion gets interesting.
Animal Crossing is a lifestyle simulator where you can roam a customized character through a deserted island and build it up to be the ultimate island getaway. However, you have to start from humble beginnings before working your way up to your personal paradise. As far as the story goes, you accept a trip to move to a newly discovered island set up by the infamous Tom Nook, and apparently you never actually had the money to afford such a lifestyle change. So, this beloved trash panda thing gives you a loan that you labor day in and day out to pay off, only to request upgrades to your home that you also can't afford and have to pay off an even bigger loan because your character has no sense of financial stability or fiscal restraint, leaving you, the player, in a seemingly never-ending loop of debt and indentured servitude reflective of your own impoverished lifestyle. But no buyer's remorse here because progression is linked mainly to upgrading your house at every opportunity you can. After selling lots of tarantulas to twin trash pandas and gambling your earnings in the stock market, you can max out your home upgrades and escape the depths of hell. See what I did there? Anyway, doing so will unlock different features throughout the game, like more stores, tools for exploration, creating custom designs, and eventually the ability to shape the geography of your island into anything you want.
Now, that's all fine and dandy, but how does co-op come into play? Well, there are a couple of features that allow you to explore and interact with your fellow gamers. First is the couch co-op, where you and up to 3 players can share one Switch and roam your island together. This method creates multiple homes on the island that each player owns and can upgrade independently. Once the profiles have been created, the rest is just like real life. You call up your homies and homies appear. Online or local co-op is a bit different. This requires one Switch and one copy of the game per player, so naturally each player has their own island. Once everyone has progressed far enough to use the DAL airport, you can fly to your fellow gamer's island or host a visit on your own island. Up to 8 players at a time can exist on one island in local or online play. This also means everyone gets their own screen and can split up, unlike the couch co-op method.
So, now that we've laid out the different ways to play together, what exactly can you do together? Well, for couch co-op, you can do pretty much everything. You can fish beside each other, catch bugs alongside each other, dig holes for each other, talk to the other wait, not that. Visit other island. Nope, can't do that either. Use the crafting wait, that's just one at a time. Well, you can do almost anything together, but almost everything you can do comes with a caveat. Only the leader player can open their inventory, so only that player can even obtain items. Anytime another player picks up an item or catches the insanely massive and highly coveted sea bass, it pops out of their hand and defies time and space to appear in the lost and found bin that only the leader can access. Non-leaders also cannot talk to other villagers, craft, terraform, or even leave the screen, and absolutely no one gets to leave the island for any reason until there is only one left standing. You can always freely give up your leadership to the next unsuspecting victim by waggling your Joy-Con, and the first person to press A takes the crown. This can lead to a lot of frustration when more than 2 players are involved, as most things you will want to do require leadership access that you'll have to wait around for until the leader is willing to give it up. And even then, you'll have to compete with your friends or family if they want a turn too. This all ends up slowing progression more and more with each player you add until you all decide to just play the game solo, one at a time, because you actually all get through everything you wanted to do for the day faster.
Online and local play has much more freedom, however, and owning different islands is actually very helpful. Having multiple switches means you can freely split up, access inventory, talk to villagers, and even access the crafting table at any time. Multiple islands means multiple stores to visit and a wider variety of wares each day. Each island also has its own native fruit that sells for more on an island that has a different native fruit, so it's actually very profitable to sell your fruit on someone else's island, or take fruit from their island and plant it on your island to have a tree that will always give you non-native fruit to sell at your shop. Any island also has a chance for special visitor NPCs that will sell rare goods or stock market investments to really hike your profits. So, with multiple islands to access via your friends, you each get more opportunities to capitalize on rare visitors. Online and local co-op is not without its faults, though. For starters, you can't bring a couch co-op player to another person's island. That means if you and your family or friend decided to share an island, then only one of you gets to play with friends or family from other islands. This has been a major problem for Alexis and I, especially when we want to stream and visit other people's islands on our Twitch community. Not only that, but visiting other islands or having others visit yours involves an excruciating wait time, as for each player that enters or exits, everyone has to watch a 30-second unskippable cutscene to witness their arrival or departure. This means that adding more players has you stopping and starting way too often. I remember just trying to visit a friend who had good turnip prices, only to move at a slow crawl, inching closer and closer to the turnip lady as all their visitors were constantly entering and leaving and entering again to fill up their inventory time and time over with turnips. Loading times or cutscenes aside, there also just isn't a lot of campaigning to do. It's really just a single-player game that you can goof around with your friends when you want to show off where your solo progression has led.
And I think that's just it. This isn't a cooperative game. It's a solo experience that's fun to share with your friends and loved ones, but isn't really a game to fight tooth and nail with your fellow gamer to come out on top as the heroic duo, saving the day with your teamwork. It's just a happy island life simulator with good vibes and fun hangs. That said, we do have some suggestions to fine-tune the co-op experience and make it more fun. First off, incorporate a split-screen mode for couch co-op and give everyone normal player access. Giving more players more access will inherently add a cooperative aspect to progression, as you can truly split up the amount of work needed for sprucing your island up or exploring Nook Miles Islands and robbing it of everything it has. And that's another thing. They should allow players in either couch co-op or local and online mode to visit Nook Miles Islands and Dream Islands together. There are so many creative dream islands out there to easily download and explore. Some are even island-wide mazes. Imagine getting to run through them with your friends and trying to race to the finish or help each other solve the island's puzzles for those super ambitious and fun islands. I also think it would be really fun and helpful to terraform with multiple players. It would sure help those large island overhauls for those creative dream address builders. And finally, let players enter and exit other players' islands without stopping everyone to watch and wait for them. Just let them come and have a little prompt on the top of the screen or something telling me what they are up to. I don't need to see them get on and off the plane every time.
Overall, though, Animal Crossing New Horizons is a great game that we have each spent many hours playing. But we ended up playing one at a time and just enjoyed letting one person do all their daily activities before the other logged on right after, or later in the day. We only had one Switch at the time of starting our island adventures and one copy of the game, so we had to share an island, which we didn't mind at first. But now we can't play with friends at the same time, which means if someone wants to come over to our island and play with us, well, only one of us is playing. They have added a feature to allow one account to leave their island for good and start a new one with the same profile, but that would require starting over with our island progression, and neither of us want to do that. Plus, having to buy a second copy of the game on top of that means we're stuck with what we've got. It's fun to goof around on the island for a little while, but ultimately, there just isn't much reason to play local co-op together since it gets in the way more than it helps either player's progression. With all of this in consideration, coupled with the fact that there is no difficulty curve or tough challenges for your newbie player, we give Animal Crossing New Horizons our Alexis player compatibility rating of
Baby game!
always fun without any help from your local pro.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. This was our very first review, so please let us know if you enjoyed it by liking and subscribing, and let us know your thoughts or suggestions to make our channel better. Or even to recommend your own cooperative experiences you'd like us to review. We promise we'll do our best to get better at YouTube and provide you with the quality content for you and your player to enjoy. Until next time, stay casual.